The wrap-up the year sales event is underway at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Right now, the crew at Acres have great deals, incentives, and blowout pricing on all new 2023 vehicles. New 2023 Ram trucks save up to $15,000 off MSRP. And pre-owned vehicles are red tag sale price to move to make room for the new 2024 models. See Josh Camplain, Tony DiLoretto, Kevin Milburn, or Dan Rubel for the wrap-up the year sales event at Acre Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Greensburg.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Galk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep or online 24 hours a day at BatesvilleChryslerDodgeJeep.com.
Sports are being brought to you in part by Chris Tebby with Hamilton and Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Tree Country 1330 WTRE. I'm John Dooley alongside Gary Bailey. Morgan Schofield here running the tech tonight. Gary, we finally got our girlfriend back.
Yep, got our girl Friday back, as you say, to run the camera much better than we can do. Although Deb does a great job.
Did a nice job, for sure.
Yep.
So, all right, well, Gary, where are we at? What's going on here tonight?
Well, we're down at Batesville, Indiana, home of the Steel Box. Here at the Batesville Gym. Echoes off of everything in here, nice and loud, but they've done some work in the last few years to make it a little more accommodating, I think.
Yeah, well, too bad it doesn't show up.
Yep, conference ball game tonight, Doc, against the Bulldogs. Pirates won the first one. These teams squared off on December 1st with the Pirates winning 48-42, but it was not easy. They trailed till very late in the game. They were down by 7 going into the fourth quarter, and again ended up winning that 48-42, outscoring Batesville 20-7 in that fourth quarter.
Yeah, my recollection, Gary, is the Pirates trailed 31 out of the 32 minutes, and but it's when the buzzer sounds, right?
That's correct. That is right, Doc.
Well, Greensburg comes in here 8-4, Batesville 8-3, so pretty even on the records. But Gary, tell us a little about the coaches of these two fine ball clubs here.
Well, we can do that. Aaron Garrett down here at Batesville, this has been his only stop as a head coach. This is his 16th year overall. He is, where are we at here? No, I'm sorry, his 16th year. 228 wins against 137 losses for Aaron Garrett. About, 35 of those are against the Pirates. But anyway, Sean Busick, first year here at the helm of the Pirates. He stands, as he said, 8-4, but overall this is his 31st year as a head coach. He has 444 wins stacked up against 254 losses, so some pretty lofty numbers there by the head coach of the Pirates, Sean Busick.
All right, very good. Pirates coming off a split weekend last week. They had games at Connorsville, at Shelbyville, defeated Connorsville, Gary, by 4 and lost to Shelbyville by 5. And it's always a tough weekend for the Pirates.
Yep. I think in the words of Sean Busick, the coach, Pirates didn't just play real well at all last weekend, either one of those ball games. It's always a tough weekend anyway, especially when it's on the road. But Shelbyville, Connorsville makes for a tough weekend, and then on the road it's even tougher. And again, the Pirates just kind of flat both of those games.
Yep, and Batesville's coming off a win at the Franklin County tournament. Ripley County tournament, isn't it?
Ripley County
tournament. They had wins over Jacksonville South Ripley. The second time they played both of those teams, they swept that and won their tournament. They stand here at 8-3. We take a look at the Jeff Sagarin Sports Computer, Gary, and they're not always right, but they have a pretty darn good record. And they've got Batesville, even though Pirates won the earlier meeting, they got Batesville a 6-point favorite tonight. I don't know if I like that.
Well, you know those things, he gets all the numbers, they keep going over and adding up, but even after we beat them early in the year, like the next week, Batesville was ahead of us in those Sagarin ratings. So, I don't know. Like you say, a lot of times they're more times correct than not, but we'll see what happens here tonight.
Yep, tonight hopefully one of those teams that are not. So, well, teams out on the floor warming up as we speak. Had a preliminary basketball game, the junior varsity contest between the Pirates and Bulldogs. And Gary, it's an interesting basketball game.
That was an interesting ball game. Again, the Pirates JV squad, like they have the last several games, came out very, very flat. They found themselves behind by 5 after the first quarter break, 19-14. Batesville extended that lead to 12 points at halftime, 36-24, and then the third quarter really saw Batesville get out to a big lead. They led by 19 points at the end of 3, 50-31, only to watch the Pirate JV come back in a hurry. Pirates outscoring Batesville 20-4 to open up that third quarter, cut it down to 3 points. Then the Pirates had a turnover. They called a timeout when they had numbers on a fast break and just couldn't get it done. Batesville closed out the game from the free throw line. 58-52 was the final. Jacoby Miller had a fine ball game for the Pirates. He led all scorers with 22 points in that ball game. Andrew Bowman not far behind. He had 17 points for the Pirates. Anthony Edwards with 9, and Logan Simpson and Hayden Ramsey each with 2 points for the Pirates. So the Pirates, with that loss to Batesville, fall to 3-6. Again, the final in that opening contest, 58-52, Batesville wins it.
All right, well, Gary, we got a little over 9 minutes left on the pregame clock as both teams are warming up out on the floor. We'll take a couple minutes to talk to our sponsors, and we'll come back and we'll have a discussion with Sean Busick, head coach of the Pirates, when we return. We'll be right back. 2 seconds to go. The shot's up on the rim, and it's.
Don't wait till the end of the game and the final buzzer to take your shot for a newer vehicle at Buyride Auto. Great game-winning vehicles and deals with Buyride Auto's experienced team. Win the game with a vehicle from Buyride Auto, Greensburg's used car superstore, 920 North Michigan Avenue, or call 812-662-9922 today.
Fill those recycling containers. In Decatur County, acceptable items you can recycle include aluminum and steel cans, glass bottles and jars, plastic tubs, jugs, and bottles, paper products like cardboard, newspapers, magazines, office paper, and all that unwanted junk mail. Items that are not accepted include plastic bags and styrofoam. Decatur County has permanent recycling sites in Greensburg, St. Paul, Lake Santee, and Westport, with mobile recycling the first and second Saturdays of the month. Remember to reduce, reuse, and recycle.
If it's tire time, Walters Tire, your Goodyear dealer in Greensburg, has a great deal. Right now, you can get $200 in rebate savings on the purchase of 4 select Goodyear tires when you use your Goodyear credit card. And Walters Tire is part of the Goodyear Service Network and your Michelin Farm Tire dealer as well. Walters Tire at 220 West Main in Greensburg. Phone 812-663-7551.
And we're speaking with Sean Busick, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates. Coach, second time around with the Batesville Bulldogs. This be the one that counts.
Counts more than the first.
Yeah.
There's a third one that might count a lot more.
Okay.
So we're certainly excited about the opportunity. It's a championship game. Every game in the conference to me is a championship game, and that's the way we look at it. So hopefully our boys are ready to play. We've got a great opponent. It's going to be a full house. We're excited.
Yeah. Both teams played a lot of basketball since November. You're in a different place since then, so were they.
Yeah, I think both teams have improved. Both teams have had some really good moments. And I think there's been some moments that both of us would like to have back that we didn't play as well. So it's going to be interesting. I think, the start's going to be important, and the focus and intensity going to be really important as well. And that's something I hope we don't have to worry about.
Yeah. Your recent scouting of the Bulldogs, what can you tell us about them?
Well, I think you start at top with, their two leading scorers. You got, Kaiser at 16 a game, and then you've got Johnson at 13.5. They're both excellent scorers. I think Johnson hit 6 threes against the first time. Both kids were in double figures against us. We got to limit their clean looks. We got to keep Kaiser off the boards. We've got to keep Grunkemeyer off the boards, and we got to take good care of the basketball and get good shots.
Okay, very good. It was a close one last time, but a whole different ball game here at Batesville. Your first time here, as you know, you've been told this rival game, but to you, it's every game's a game.
Hey, it's just as important as our last game was, and no different than Connorsville on the road. I mean, it's a conference game. We got to come in and take care of business if we want to win a EIAC championship.
Yeah. What kind of things did you work on this week? Any emphasis?
We worked, with our zone coverages. We worked with finding shooters. We worked with against the press. They're going to press us tonight. And we worked a little bit of everything, just trying to prepare. Probably more importantly than preparing for Batesville is to make sure that Greensburg's the best Greensburg we can be.
Gotcha. And in the zone, been playing some pretty good zone. You've been difficult to score against. If you get someone on the perimeter, an opponent that's hot for the three-point line, how do you challenge that?
We got to be there on the catch. We can't be there after the catch because it's too late.
Yeah.
So we got to be there on the catch with a high hand. And, you got to anticipate that. So you got to read that. And I think that's one area. First time we played them, we weren't as good as we are right now. Hopefully we'll be better tonight.
Gotcha, Coach. There'll be a lot of blue in the stands tonight from both teams.
Well, hopefully on the court, the team wearing blue wins. That's all I'm going to say is we score more points than them. And hopefully we play a good, smart ball game and just play up to our potential and just do the best we can. I think if we give our best effort, work hard, execute, we're going to surrender the outcome right now because we know that if we take care of what we could control, things will probably work out in the end.
Okay. Coach, good luck to you and the Pirates here tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Sean Busick, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates, and talking about a little basketball, Gary.
Little basketball. Like you say, his first foray here into Batesville territory tonight. This rivalry has lost some of its luster over the years, but it's still simmering below the surface, ready to explode, Doc.
Very good. Hey, we look across the way at the Greensburg fans, and tell you what, there's room for more.
There is room for more, but if you can't be here,
we be here for you.
There you go. We are here for you. Pirates, I think they're 4th or 5th in the state in 3A division, and big ball game for them tonight against Brownstown Central. Pirates square off against Brownstown Central next week, so maybe the Lady Pirates can set the table for that one.
That's a road game for the boy Pirates, right?
Right. Home game tonight for the ladies.
Will that be your turn to drive?
It probably is.
We kind of split it. You take Richmond and Brownstown, and I'll take Batesville, North Decatur, and we just kind of share the rides.
Yeah, share it evenly.
I got it. Gary's figured out how this works.
There's the Batesville finishing up their pregame warm-ups out there. It's always a fun contest when these two squads hook up.
Take a look at Batesville. We mentioned they're 8-3. There are 3 losses. Of course, for Greensburg back on December 1st. They lost to Southwestern Hanover. 2A teams having a whale of a season. Southwestern Hanover, the Rebels. And then Columbus North got Batesville by 3. So 3 losses, but against 3 good opponents, Gary.
Yeah, especially, as you said, that Southwestern team. The Pirates scrimmaged against Columbus North, so I would imagine the Pirate coaching staff looked at the Batesville film with them in Columbus North and then our scrimmage game with them and see if you can find some parallels that will help in this ball game.
Batesville's picked up wins. They've played Jacksonville and South Ripley twice, and they've played both of those teams in the Ripley County tournament. And they've also got wins over Lawrenceburg. That was a 4-point win back in December. Win against Milan, East Central. East Central struggling this year, Gary. They had an 11-point win against East Central. Pendleton Heights, a win also. That counts for Batesville's 8 wins. Pirates, their 4 setbacks. Triton Central, that was way back in December. Jennings County, was a loss at Richmond. Richmond, it was a 3-point ball game. No one else has come close to Richmond other than Greensburg. Richmond having a whale of a season so far. Very much so. Franklin County, Columbus East, overtime win over Cecina. Bloomington South, a big win, 9-point wins over the Panthers. Indianapolis Tindley, a ranked team in single A. And, of course, Connorsville last week. So that accounts for the Pirates' 8 wins.
Yep. Dan Morgan is the official here tonight, one of the 3. We had him at Connorsville last week.
There you go.
It might have been this exact same crew.
Could have been.
A lot of times these crews do work together all the time. I think it might be.
Just like you and me, Gary.
That's right. They brought out the A-team.
Very good. So, all right.
We're winding this down. Oh, Doc, 11 3-pointers for Batesville in that JV contest.
Is that right?
That's a lot of 3-pointers in a JV game.
Boy, the Pirates really played furious and came back in the fourth quarter, but just a 19-point hole going into that fourth quarter in a JV game, Gary, just a little too much for the Pirates to come back from.
What a comeback, though, outscoring him, as I said, 20-4 to start that third quarter and cut that 19-point lead down to 3. And then we had the ball twice.
Had the ball, yeah.
Twice
exactly.
with a 3-point deficit. And one was a turnover, and can't remember. I think just missed a shot on the other one. But had their opportunities, fast and free.
Well, everybody's standing up. We're going to face the Stars and Strikes in Honor America. We'll sign off. We'll sign off briefly to do that, and we'll be back. Don't go away. We'll come back with the starting lineups.
We all make preparations for our family's well-being in case of an accident or job loss, but it's just as important to plan ahead for the inevitable, to record and communicate our end-of-life wishes to help ease the stress and emotional burden on our families. Helping our neighbors plan ahead with no cost or obligation is what Gilliland Howe Funeral Home does best. Planning your own funeral arrangements in advance is one of the greatest gifts you can give your loved ones. It can help eliminate guesswork for your family, and with our complimentary assistance, it's actually very simple to do. Give us a call at Gilliland Howe Funeral Home, 812-663-8341.
This is Michelle Gauk with Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep. With over 30 years of experience in the car business, we know the key to success is providing superior customer service before and after the sale. At Batesville Chrysler Dodge Jeep, service is not just a promise, it's a guarantee. We have a trained, low-pressure sales staff ready to serve you. We have a service department with Chrysler-certified technicians with years of experience and all the latest diagnostic equipment. Service before and after the sale. Why go anywhere else? Please visit us at Batesville Chrysler Dodge
Tebby Law Office in Greensburg. Hamilton and Tebby specialize in business, estate, and family law, criminal defense, guardianships, wills, trusts, and more. Hamilton and Tebby Law Office is located at 117 South Broadway in Greensburg. If the ball's in your court, call 812-663-4082 about their legal services today.
All right, we're back at it. We just had our national anthem here at Batesville. And, Gary, they're giving starting lineups out on the floor. Let's give them to the radio audience, please.
Well, we can certainly do that, Doc, and we will. We'll start with the Bulldogs. At one guard, a 5'10 sophomore, number 3, Trenton Lewers. At second guard, a 5'10 senior, number 11, Gus Prickle. At a forward position, a 6'5 junior, number 20, Cade Kaiser. Another forward, a 6'2 senior, number 30, Sam Johnson. And at center, a 6'2 senior, number 42, Jack Grunkemeyer. And for the Pirates, at one guard, a 6'3 senior, number 12, Bradley Lutz. Second guard on the floor, a 6'2 senior, number 14, Drew Busick. And the third guard, a 6'3 junior, number 22, Jack McKenzie. At forward, a 6'5 senior, number 20. And the second forward, a 6'3 senior, number 32, Justin Adkins. There's the starting lineups for tonight's contest. Conference battle here at Batesville against the Pirates.
All righty. And here it is on Thursday night basketball. And Pirates again will play on.
Officiating crew we had last week, BT. We'll be getting on Mr. Morgan here if need be later on, and it's probably going to be needed.
All right. Should we check the box over here, Morgan, or what are we going to do?
Well, we got some problems.
Some reports of a funky picture.
I can see fine.
All right, that's all that matters.
We'll just color the picture like you're just looking at it through high-def eyes yourself.
That's what we do all the time anyway. But they're finishing the starting lineups out on the floor, and this will be round. The second game they play will count for the conference standings.
Yep, December 1st was that contest. Pirates again winning that one 48-42 after trailing for much of that ball game, outscoring Batesville 20-7 in the fourth quarter to get that 4-point victory. Yeah, I don't think Pirates have lost to Batesville, Doc, since Lincoln was in office.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
And maybe at least the Eisenhower administration, somewhere in there.
Surely we jest, but it's been a good run for the Pirates, that's for sure.
That it has. So back 20 years ago, it was the other way around. Batesville was winning year after year after year after year, and then the Pirates turned that around. So
I think I'm pretty close.
It says we're connected, but it's not the best picture, so bear with me. It will be back if they lose it.
This building is very difficult to get out of.
We are in a steel and concrete box, and Wi-Fi towers do not like that.
Yeah, it's always been a tough one to broadcast from.
So I'm going to try a few things. If we lose you, we'll be right back.
All right, there you have it. All right, we will get started here shortly. It's a 7:30 tip-off. We're going to make that.
Yes, we will. Pirates are out on the floor ready to play some basketball. Batesville breaks huddle. They'll come to the ball.